Alrighty, hello and welcome to the fantastic, almost nightly dino action. Dinosaur Tribal Gruul in Explore Best of 3, as I often do on Arena. Lovely, lovely stuff. Tonight is going to be quite devastating indeed, I think. Hopefully all you guys are doing well watching right now, or if you've already fallen asleep, even though I'm starting off earlier tonight, well, you may still be spent halfway through the week. That's okay. 5 ways, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. And definitely 5 ways, anybody else watching right now, later on, check the pinned message if you haven't checked out the website, or keep an eye on it. I'm updating it as I go, and yeah, it's going quite nicely. Don't have nearly as much time for all these parts, but we'll get there. Always room for improvement, always room to tweak something a little bit, add to it, just make it a little bit better. But tonight, featuring the fantastic thumbnail art, not this stained glass, but Nahiri, Storm of Stone. I've always had this in the back of my mind, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Excuse me, I was just, what was I drinking? Anyways, lots of coffee. Nahiri, Storm of Stone, 2 and 2 red. Effectively, I don't have any white in the deck, so it's still Gruul colors. For a 6 loyalty planeswalker, as long as it's our turn, creatures you control have first strike. That is really what we're looking at. Play this, we get to attack into basically anything the opponent has, and we win all the trades, pretty much. There's not a whole lot that has first strike, so boom. Just keep attacking, attacking, attacking. Our creatures live, theirs don't. They may not want to take the damage, so they have to block, but we still have those same creatures likely coming around next turn. That's going to be pretty lovely for aggression, I must say. I think so. It makes sense. Sometimes we're in a staring contest. I don't want to attack. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Carnage Tyrant, of course. Well, we're not starting off with Carnage Tyrant, but still. Consider Carnage Tyrant. There's 2 Blood Tithe Harvesters, 2 creatures, both with 3 power. Boom. Carnage Tyrant takes them out. Normally it would die. It has first strike. What's not to love about that? Everything has first strike. Rampaging Raptor. I could buff that to 6 power. Boom. We're off to the races right there. Take out Shieldred and we don't lose Rampaging. Shifting Ceratops. Don't have to worry about anything with Death Touch. Lovely. Galta, Tyrannix Rex. Oof. Absolutely fantastic. And it is removal as well. Going to that -X. Nahiri, Storm of Stone deals X damage to target tap creature. That's a little bit of a hoop to jump through, but say the opponent has been a little aggressive. They've tapped some creature for whatever reason. We just get to drop this, take something out, then attack in. And I think that's going to be quite fantastic. Removal and better aggression all packaged together. Lovely, lovely stuff. We'll see how the double red feels. Of course, I do lean quite hard into green, but Rampaging Raptor seems to have been cast pretty easily when I was playing this variation for a few matches after the season reset, which it did just reset today. So we're back in the climb, starting in gold, and we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, everything else is the same. We got a Samet, still 1 copy. Vizier of Naktamun, drawing us a little bit more. I was thinking maybe cutting Nahiri, Storm of Stone down to 3 copies, up Samet just a little bit with 1, 2 in total, just to see her a little bit more often, get a little bit more card drop. But for now, we'll keep it like that. We've got a lovely, lovely bodies. Rampaging Raptor, fantastic. Lovely for aggression all around, I must say. Possibly with Nahiri. For the most part, I think I'll just kind of ignore the equip. I have so much lovely stuff in here, it's kind of hard to find a place for equipment. Embercleave, Shadow Spear, lots of lovely stuff. But 1 or 2 ofs, legendary equipment certainly would be quite reasonable. But we'll see. If you look at this list, what is something you would want to cut for an equipment? I think I'd rather just have a creature for the most part. Maybe you could trim 2 Tyrannix Rexes, but I don't want to do that because I can cast Tyrannix Rex so easily with the reduction and Castle Garenbrig. Might as well just have a creature. I might get the equipment and not have anything to put it on. So I could just instead have a fantastic beater that is elevated with first strike whenever we're attacking, and we'll see. We'll see. Yes, we love dinos. We love dinos. Absolutely. Cyber-wise, well, it's just Carnage Tyrant. That's taken up the spot that Furnace Reigns was last night to temporarily steal a creature. Going to move away from that at least. The Acrone War, of course, is going to do the trick for stealing stuff, leaving the opponent open, whatever it is. It's going to get the job done. I say we jump into it. The game plan is quite similar to the past few nights. Get right into the action. Definitely nice starting off quite a bit earlier tonight. More than last night for sure. Yes, oh, here we go. We'll get him. Hopefully, Nahiri should show up at least a few times tonight. There is the whole playset of her. I'd be surprised if it didn't. At least once. Oof. That's rough. If it was 2 lands, that would definitely be an instant keep. I could potentially risk it, because I do like seeing 2 Thunderherd migrations. I'm not going to do it, though. Oh, much, much better. Big time. I'll send the Force to the bottom, because, leave as many basics in the deck as possible. So there's more stuff to naturally grab with Topiary Stomper. If I see a lot of Thunderherds or Topiaries, better to send the Forest in. And everything else here is sort of a dual land. Craig Crown Pathway, I choose the side, of course, but for the most part, I think we're going to be pretty good. We're facing off against mono-white humans, though. Lots of cheap creatures, but at least we are on the play. We've got turn 3 Marauding Raptor into Topiary Stomper, getting us to 4 lands. 5 lands on turn 4, and hopefully something to use all that mana up on. Although I won't be attacking or blocking the recruitment officer, no. No, definitely not. I don't have a problem taking 2 damage. Of course, they would possibly sacrifice the Dauntless Bodyguard. Either way, I would have taken out somebody. A 2-1 would have gone down. Yeah, I'll go with Timber Crown. But this is lovely stuff indeed. Marauding Raptor, going to attack, and if they wanted to double block, they could take it out, but Marauding would also kill Dauntless Bodyguard and Hopeful Initiate. I don't think they're going to do that. Next turn, another Topiary Stomper will be well on our way to 7 lands, and if I can turn on Topiary, a 4/4 Vigilance, that's going to be very scary against mono-white humans. Karplusan Forest, oh, it does kind of sound like that, yeah, a dessert. A Christmas dessert. Karplusan Forest could be the name of Christmas cake. Hello, JDX. Hopefully all is well. We strike first, we strike hard. No mercy. Sometimes changing diapers is no mercy. It's painful. But you do what you gotta do in this game or outside of it. You rest when you can, pretty much. Sometimes it really does get your sleep off. Maybe you're up late at night taking care of whatever. Maybe it's a kid, or you just can't sleep for whatever reason. Now, it's hard to get back into a routine sometimes. Well, this is pretty fantastic aggression. Hopefully seeing Nahiri. That could be nice to take out Hopeful Initiate, possibly. Hopefully taking out Brutal Cathar at some point to get back to Topiary Stomper, get another basic land when it hopefully re-enters. Then we'll definitely be at 7 lands at that point. The only anti-cry tool. Hey, you do what you gotta do, and that is a pretty fantastic thing to be. If one of the best things is that you solve crying, it's hard to top. I must say. See if we make this opponent cry. Definitely nice to get Rampaging Raptor down. Brutal Cathar is guaranteed not going to block either Marauding or Rampaging. That would be not smart. Do have 8 next turn. I think we should be pretty safe. Take him down a good chunk for sure. Alright. We could see some big heavy hitter. I think we might be able to get him. Even though Huntmaster probably will have to block somebody. But Huntmaster might not even have to block, depending. Oh, I guess, yeah, he will. Nuts. Okay, well, they got the Brave the Elements. That's their auto-win card for a single white. You really can't do anything about that. Trying for another one soon. Good stuff, good stuff. Yes, my family, everybody as well as can be. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Nothing really to do against Brave the Elements. I only had one creature to block. It was red. They would have named red, and we would have been dead. Nahiri Storm of Stone. I still want to keep this. Giving everybody first strike, just attacking into all those humans. Boom. Although they could attack us. Nah, you know what? I'm going to try trimming this. They're pretty aggressive. I might want to be blocking things in some cases. They might be attacking us with a lot of stuff, which Nahiri Storm of Stone only works when we're attacking on our own turn with the first strike. Oof, that's not going to do it. Well, we got a Crowan War. It's certainly better than that first hand. We'll give this a go. Good chance to see something for 2 or 3, I hope. Four, oh my, that's good stuff. Well, it's not technically Naya Dino's Heaven, Nahiri Storm of Stone. You can choose to pay 2 red or 2 white. Of course, I'm always going to be choosing to pay 2 red for Nahiri there, featured in that fantastic thumbnail art. But I guess it's kind of Naya-ish. But yes, Trapjaw Tyrant when you're playing Naya Dinos in white. Trapjaw, whenever it's dealt damage, you get to exile target creature and opponent controls, which is pretty fantastic stuff. And that animation, whenever it exiles a creature, it's hard to top, as a lot of us know, and boom, there is something for 2. Fantastic. Can't play the Crowan War next turn due to Thalia, but as long as Marauding Raptor sticks around, Regis or Alpha, get him. Starting early, yes, Nox. This is going to be lovely, lovely stuff. Attack us, do it. Well, maybe they don't. Oh, this is good. We get some fantastic aggression with Regis. Oh, 2 Regis or Alphas. My, oh my. Hopefully seeing the 5th land next turn. Stealing something with the Crowan War, which probably going to be that Thalia there. Hit them as hard as possible, and then next turn with Regis or Alpha. At least they are stumbling in the land department, so that is going to buy us some time. If they haven't done a whole lot by next turn, Regisaur going to get them. They're looking at it, so maybe Brutal Cathar on Regisaur Alpha, I suspect. It's a nice day for me. I got the AC on, even though it's... Oh, it's quite hot here. But I'm playing Dinos, streaming, having a good time with you guys, and hitting the opponent for a lot of damage. Of course, Thalia could block somebody. Nah, just do it. Do it. It'd be nice to take down Thalia's lieutenant, which I don't think they're going to block. Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah, sometimes it is just us arguing, which is pretty lovely stuff. Vitor, this is a fantastic dinosaur deck, yes. Very exciting stuff. Wizards of the Coast making the best game ever, Magic the Gathering, and there we got the 5th land to steal. You know who. Boom. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's gotta. They're not going to recover from this. They could have some sweeper next turn, perhaps, or they just pack it in and realize they're done for. Alright, I didn't forget. So a little bit late with that, but we got it. We got it. We're doing good tonight, Cut. Yes. Taking down Uncle on mono-white humans. Hopefully seeing the Crowan War, because that was lovely stuff. Thalia being a 3/2 first strike. Kind of difficult. Of course, Nahiri, Storm, and Stone also sometimes giving our creatures first strike when we're attacking is kind of similar in the pain department. You can't really trade with that. Thalia stopping Marauding Raptor at 3 toughness, the dinosaur token from Regisaur Alpha, possibly a dinosaur like Rampaging if it was pinged by Marauding. Brings it low enough that Thalia hits it once, this goes down, doesn't get a chance to hit Thalia. If it was at 4 toughness, Thalia at 3 power, we would get a chance to hit her after she deals damage to Rampaging Raptor first. It's a little bit slow, that hand. Certainly could be a lot worse. I'll keep it. I got Rampaging, I got Topiary, and we'll just hope it doesn't go downhill too quick. Yeah. What are they planning? Oh. Hopefully something for 2. You would expect something for 2, being 12 things at that mana value. Coming up very soon. Somewhat unlucky to not see at least one thing for 2 in any variation of hands, but of course that does happen from time to time. No, that's okay. We're still making stuff happen. Eventually. Probably shifting Ceratops on turn 4, just because I wouldn't really want to attack with Rampaging Raptor at that point. Probably be pretty low, especially if they drop another Copper Code Vanguard to give humans they control +1/+0 and Ward 1. Technically Ward 2, if they get a second of it. Yes, a nice title. I'm loving it, Victor. I'm thinking maybe I'll do that a little bit more often. Trim the Gruul Dinos, explore best of 3, figure out a nice title. You've got the logo so you know what it's all about, and it just packs a punch. I love Cobra Kai. Think it's pretty fantastic. Take the good from them and, leave the bad off to the side. Probably dead next turn. They've got an Adeline, so... Oh, yeah, what am I thinking? That's lethal. Lethal. Ugh. You've seen it all. Good stuff, Victor. Yes, I've seen most of it. White is pretty powerful. Well, certainly mono-white humans. One of the best decks in Explorer, in Pioneer. Pretty much the premier aggro deck. I've taken it down here and there. It's not completely painful. But yeah, if they get you once, that first game, chances are it's going to be a losing battle. Maybe you win the second one, but that's rough stuff. Sometimes it will be rough. That hand, instant keep, absolutely. Of course, no source of reg at the moment with Castle Garenbrig and Forest here, but Thunderherd Migration. Going to grab us that mountain and we'll be off to the races. Cobra Tribal. Oh yes, that is a good idea. Lotus Cobra, yeah. hard to say. I think it kind of goes back and forth. Some stuff is powerful, some stuff isn't. You never really know what you're going to get. Of course, it does seem like potentially mono green devotion. We'll try our best here. It certainly is going to be pretty explosive. If I get a 4th land next turn, definitely we'll be looking good. Monks. Ooh, monks would be nice too, yeah. But it is Gruul Vehicles. Okay, we'll make some good stuff happen. Start off with Huntmaster. Hopefully it doesn't go down to a stomp from Bonecrusher Giant. Or Obliterating Bolt. Could be a lot of painful things. Lovestruck Beast, of course. Yeah, Essica's Chariot, also quite fantastic. Hitting us for maybe a little bit too much. We'll wait and see. We could get some nice bodies down. Marauding Raptor plus Shifting Ceratops next turn is going to be pretty sweet. Just get Shifting down. Certainly I don't want to attack with it, so I want the thing that is a little bit more powerful. Shifting having 5 power, Rampaging having 4. The kitties, yes, the kitties. I don't mind facing anything, even if it is painful. Try to do my best. You can't beat everything. You will lose to some stuff. Obliterating Bolt on Shifting Ceratops for 4 damage would be quite painful indeed. Interesting. Hopefully seeing Regis or Alpha next turn at least. Yeah, another Marauding Raptor, Shifting Ceratops. Is that enough bodies to help us live? Perhaps not. Nah, it doesn't look like it. A Flame Sweep could have been very helpful. Taking out the cats, the Llanowar elves, something for 3 damage, of course, as well. We'll wait and see what happens. Just getting a little bit mana screwed, unfortunately. They looked at something. I think they got something to kill some. Oof, another Reckless Stormseeker. Probably it's going to do us in. That thing is big. 8. Ouch. Yeah, if we don't, well, that's probably it. Even if we draw another land next turn. No. Stomp from Bonecrusher Giant to finish us off. Well, Obliterating Bolt certainly will do the trick. Yeah, they just got enough bodies. A little bit too fast. But the Acrone War, that's what I want to be doing against this. Big time. That should help quite nicely. Of course, Reckless Stormseeker, Acrone War, going to make them be open when they don't want to be open after we put that second lore counter on it. Steal something big. I like it. Possibly Sky Sovereign, actually. If we can get them to make it a creature, cast Acrone War, grab it, boom. That should work out. I think so. I mean, the Acrone War alone, you guys probably saw multiple times. Back-to-back nights. One night I steal Shieldred, the opponent scoops the very next turn. The very next night I steal another Shieldred, Carnage Tyrant hits the opponent for 7, they're at 9. Goes around to their turn, they're at 2, and the Shieldred I stole kills them for exactly lethal. Those 2 examples right there, plus a few others, I think make it a lovely addition. This deck, Gruul Vehicles, often uses a Crone War, so we're going to have to watch out for it. Might be a little bit painful. Probably will be pretty painful if they have it. Cross your fingers they don't. Oh yes, yes, definitely Nukes, definitely. But I do like seeing that Thunderherd. Just gotta hope there's no Reckless Stormseeker. The most epic. Oh. Yeah, they got their classic, fantastic, best start. Again, unfortunately. Yeah, at the very least, I get Tyrannix Rex next turn, and there's nothing they can do about that ramp. Nothing. You can't Obliterating Bolt, you can't stomp a basic land. Hopefully, Tyrannix Rex is fast enough to cause them enough pain. Perhaps it's not. Let's see. They could hit us for 6. Miglaws would power itself up a few times. 6, 10. Yeah. I can just play Tyrannix Rex. I can't attack. At the very least, Tyrannix Rex is going to deter most, if not all, of their aggression. We'll just sit back, relax, and, well, take 4 from Miglaws here, unfortunately. Yes, I forgot about the fact that it can give itself menace and vigilance. If we don't get a... Okay, we got a creature. That is good. We got something. Hopefully they don't have Obliterating Bolt for this. If they do, we're definitely done for. Hasty Dinos or Happy Dinos, yes. You missed the deck with Samet. Oh, it was... Okay. Straight Dinos with Haste, yes. It is a lovely, lovely stuff. It was a pretty good week, I must say. Yeah. Back-to-back stomps. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Nothing much you can do against that. You just, yeah, lose. Got flooded. Only had Tyrannix. Of course, we had a nice stable ramp and we got him down, but it wasn't fast enough. And they got their lovely opening both times. The turn 2 Reckless Stormseeker, and, well, sometimes you just lose to that. It is. Bone Crusher is lovely. Lovely stuff. That happens sometimes, Jordy. I haven't tried Mages of Zendikar yet with Topiary. I think I should. A nice rampy dino list. I like the looks of this, though. 2 Forest Thunderherd Migration. Get us to our source. Oh, what's going on? Humans... Gruul Vehicles and humans again. Huh. And mono white humans going first, so that's probably... Oh. I forgot that was Thalia. I thought it was something else. I would have certainly played Craig Crown Pathway as the source of red to go Huntmaster. Yeah. I'm not coming back from that. No chance. Yes, yes. Wish me all the luck. Yeah, just a Crone War. Yeah, some nights will be rough, some nights won't be. You can't hide here. You can't spend an hour searching for a good camera quality match. Ooh, look at this deck. It won in fantastic fashion. It was so close. This deck is so lovely. Oh boy. Some people are scared to play live because it might do bad. Then that would look bad. Not here. Pre-recorded. Yeah. I'll give this a go. Got to try something at least. We've got that source of red, of course, for both the Huntmaster and Marauding. Oh, they haven't done anything yet. Gonna go with Thunderherd Migration though. We'll get a mountain so that I can go Huntmaster and Marauding next turn. And then Shifting Ceratops potentially afterwards. Okay, we'll get them. At the very least, they had a pretty fantastic start. Well, fantastic for us. Didn't play anything on turn 1, which is lovely indeed. Register Alpha next turn, I think that is going to be beautiful setup. Maybe they can only take out one thing. I expect at least one of these is still going to be living. They're going to do something to one of them. Ossification, potentially. Or Portable Hull. Brutal Cathar. Well, they're not going to survive the onslaught of Regisaur Alpha. I'm definitely not blocking. Oh, beautiful stuff. We got Regisaur. Lights out. No chances. Well, they still got a chance, but 7 this turn, 14 next turn. I hope. Certainly could have another Brutal Cathar, and that's going to be pretty brutal. That's what it's all about. Just pretty lucky they didn't play anything for 1, I must say. Adeline? Yeah. That could be okay still. Well, they're feeling a little bit worried, perhaps. Maybe with that 1 white they have... Brave the Elements, perhaps. Brutal Cathar or Adeline is going to block maybe Regisaur Alpha. We'll see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm hitting them with everything. Next turn, Shifting Ceratops. Probably haste, I hope. Down to 2. Oh boy. It's close. Oh, Brave the Elements is 2 mana. I thought it was only an increase in cost to us. Yeah, non-creature spells cost 1 more. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. For some reason, I thought Thalia... Yeah. Oh, that is good. Okay, well, the Thalia's Lieutenant does lock things up for the opponents. Yeah. They just get us. Sometimes you just die. Dynamite. Not so mighty at the moment, but we'll get there. At least the games are very fast and the matches. There is a silver lining to be seen. Kind of gray silver, not as lustrous, but it is there. Yeah, should be good. Going first, seeing the nice double Thunderherd Migration, stable. Dealing with whatever the opponent is on. See if it's a third mono white humans. I may have to switch things up with the sideboard. Bring in Rending Volley. Something that hits them. Maybe not specifically for mono white humans. Oof, we've got the first Dimir Control or Dimir Rogues potentially. Of course, they can't really counter anything. Hopefully, they can't counter anything. For 1. Could be Spell Pierce, of course. Okay. We'll get there. Oof. They sent another Thunderherd Migration to the bottom. That's okay. Shifting Ceratops next turn would be lovely stuff, though. I was thinking using Nykthos Cult. I've always wondered about it. I have a copy on Arena. I think it could work out. I might have to tweak things, though, just to increase the devotion, at least getting to the break point of 4 devotion. So I'm tapping 3 lands in total, 2 plus Nykthos itself. You want to at least be making 4. There's a very good chance with Topiary Stomper and Shifting Ceratops, but I feel if I was going to use Nykthos, Some other dino that was green, that was cheap, probably would be best. Castle Garenbeek though, we're off to the races. Thunderherd Migration, gonna play it safe. We'll get another land, plus we'll play Shifting Ceratops. Yes, hopefully it is nice. Do stable stuff. We get Hasty Shifting next turn. I wouldn't have had Hasty Shifting that turn. Huntmaster could go down to Fatal Push. Does go down to Fatal Push, pre-recorded. Yeah, we'll see about those counter spells. But yeah, going back to the Nykthos, I really want to dive into that, see what could be done. Of course, Castle Garenbeek, tapping that, making as much mana as possible. Not that I can play both Shifting Ceratopses. Haste and Trample, that's where it's at. Maybe they make us sacrifice it, of course. Hopefully that's not the case. Sheoldred's Edict would do the trick. Pretty much just Sheoldred's Edict. They couldn't Fatal Push it. A permanent hasn't left the battlefield. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow night I try something with... Oh, excuse me. Something with Nykthos. Tweak it a bit. Get some dino that is green and cheap. Something with at least 2 green pips. There's not a whole lot. Possibly Wayward Swordtooth. Costs 2 and a green. I don't think that is quite enough though for me. Worth a try though, at least. I think we should have them. Definitely if they haven't played another land at this point. Certainly Marauding. Then the other Shifting. And we're off to the races. Scary. Thieves Guild Enforcer. I don't really mind if it blocks. We'll take it out to remove permanently something that has Death Touch. There's the Drown in the Lock. Of course, lovely stuff. Drown in the Lock being part blue. Yeah. You can't counter Shifting. You can't target Shifting. This should be alright. Just get rid of the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Of course, could have dealt a sliver more damage if I had given Shifting Ceratops Trample. Possibly could have been done a little bit better. Tapping Castle Garenbeek plus the 3 forests and the other Castle Garenbeek for its ability, leaving me with Tyrannosaurus Rex to kill him. Okay. I won't say good game just because they did get mana screwed a little bit. But that is a top deck of top decks. Boom. Love it. Sheoldred's Edict. Yeah, Fairy Mastermind is not going to help. Ouch. Scary, scary stuff. Of course, the sweeper could be good. I don't have a sweeper tonight, but Nahiri Storm of Stone. You've got to imagine the Thieves Guild Enforcer having Death Touch. A few other rogues have Death Touch as well, potentially. Something with First Strike. We don't have to worry about attacking into this, because we hit them first. They never get a chance to hit whatever creature is attacking them. Of course, basically everything is going to have at least 2 power when the Thieves Guild Enforcer does get buffed, if we have 8 or more cards in our graveyard. +2/+1, definitely an easy requirement to meet. I mean, Marauding Raptor alone to begin is 2 power. I'll keep it like that. Definitely the Death Touch aspect of Dimir Rogues sometimes has been painful. I lose Carnage Trout, which is alright. Usually I just have enough damage to punch right through. The creatures aren't too big, so even if I lose it, they take 4, 5, something like that, and hopefully all the other creatures that hit at the same time. Hey, we've had bad times tonight. It's kind of like a circle. You get some, the opponent gets some. You just keep going. If you packed it in when you had a few bad matches, games, well, you wouldn't last too long. Just something you have to come to terms with, but still evaluate if you could have done something differently, of course. There's always the potential you guys catch stuff before I catch it, of course. A different perspective on your side. Yeah, this looks lovely. We got Huntmaster, Topiary, Nahiri, of course. Probably grabbing the mountain with Topiary Stomper, just so I have two sources of red and can play her at some point. Hoping there's... oh, well, there's the two sources of red. I'm going to go with Stomping Ground. Pay that 2 life, and then I don't have to pay life any other time. Carplucin Forest, I would have paid 1. Next turn, I probably would have used it, paid another 1. Get the pinch out. The little sting with Stomping Ground, and certainly is nice that Huntmaster has survived coming around to the opponent's turn again. Maybe that means it's going to keep living. Maybe they only have some rogues. Man, the Brazen Borrower is good. They don't have anything else, which is very nice. So certainly Topiary Stomper. Get to 4 or 5 next turn. Definitely get that mountain though. We've got Huntmaster, Rampaging Raptor, Nahiri, a lot of stuff that is requiring red. So the mountain definitely makes sense with what I have in hand. Oh, that's not what you want to be bouncing. That's not good. Stuck on 2 both times. Yikes. Topiary Stomper or Thunderherd Migration would have been lovely stuff. Just get to 7 lands as fast as possible. Don't give them a chance. No mercy. Strike first, strike hard. That's what it's all about tonight. The opponents haven't had mercy on me, of course, with the painful Gruul Vehicles, and yeah, we'll get them. We'll get them. Oh boy. Just train expects. Drive it home. We've got 7. Drop this fantastic dino and lights out. Hasty Rampaging Raptor, boom. Hasty Shifting Ceratops. First strike on anything if they build up some death-touching rogues potentially. Bust through that and not have to worry when we attack in. Possibly have Shieldred's Edict. Next turn perhaps. Making a Sacrifice T-Rex. At the very least, I have hit with it once. That's what it's all about with the haste. Carnage Taunt. A little bit more... oh, well. There is a thing with Death Touch, which we will not be worrying about. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay, folks. The first showing of Nahiri Storm and Stone. Fairy Mastermind is tapped. I only have to -1 for the X. Take it out, and Tyrannix Rex still has first strike. Oh, this is picture perfect. That's where it's at. Boom. Done. What's not to love? Beautiful. Nahiri showing up strong. Of course, Thunderherd Migration. I'm going to pay the 1. I'm not going to give them any information that I don't have to. Even though it's got to be over at this point. Look at that. If I saw a second copy of Nahiri, I can take something out. With the first copy, if it comes around to our turn, we do minus whatever, drop something down. We play a second copy, finish them off, or we finish off 2 creatures in a turn, still have something or everything with first strike. So, okay, we'll just play that and boom. Okay, they said good game, we'll say good game. Oh, Victor, that did the trick. I like not worrying about death touch things. My goodness, this is gross. 8/8. First strike, trample, haste, can't be countered. Ward 4, toxic 4. If Tyrannix Rex wasn't scary enough already, whew. The top deck, I didn't really need it, but that's a flashy finish. A golden finish. Look at that keyword soup of goodness. But definitely first strike or double strike, something that just helps the creatures survive. Sometimes, as I mentioned, I wouldn't really want to attack in to make as much sense. They have creatures that can block. The Nighthawk Scavenger, of course, maybe would block Shifting Ceratops. It is mono black, so it could block shifting. Take shifting out, they gain 5. Oh, nuts. But Shifting Ceratops in this case would have had first strike. We would have blasted right through that Nighthawk. Would have lived. They wouldn't have gained any life because Nighthawk Scavenger didn't deal any damage, which is also a fantastic point to keep in mind. 16 toxic, yeah, that brings the pain, I must say. Oof. Okay, hopefully seeing Tyrannix Rex again, but you see how lovely Tyrannix is. You've seen countless times, I think, at this point. Tyrannix Rex, whether it's a top deck or you stably ramp with Thunderherd and Topiary Stomper, you just get there. You don't have to worry about being interrupted because it's basic lands that are doing it. At the moment, we've got Tyrannix Rex. 5 lands in total plus Castle Garenbrig means 6 green. Topiary Stomper being the 7th mana with the basic land it's going to grab from the library. Boom. That looks like a good hand. Rakdos Sacrifice. That's going to be pretty lovely. Maybe they steal Topiary Stomper with Claim the Firstborn. Possibly. They could sacrifice Topiary to the Witches of it, which would give them 2 food tokens because Topiary Stomper does have 4 toughness. Yeah, I'm liking it. Hopefully we get something else that isn't a creature at this point, but just knowing we get T-Rex. Carnage Tyrant would be lovely, but it is in the sideboard, sadly. Should be pretty good. Taking a little bit of damage with those witnesses and witness the pain that's about to happen. Hopefully no Thoughtseize. Of course, I'm feeling pretty fortunate. We haven't seen it yet. Yeah, nice, aggressive. Oof. Well, I'm not playing Huntmaster, that's for sure. Next turn, turning on Topiary Stomper. We'll hit him for a bunch. Love it. Maybe I top deck a second Tyrannix Rex. That's the lovely part about starting with a playset. Oh, does the trick. You can see often enough. Sometimes I get mana screwed, but even with 22 lands, the searching with Topiary, with Thunderherd Migration, I must say, it does seem like I get there, even with 22 lands. More often than not. I really should keep track of that stat. We're not dead yet. It is getting kind of rough. Oh, Galta to boot. Can't play Galta, but we can go with Huntmaster. Man, if only we could give the Queen haste. Oh. I think we should be safe with Huntmaster and Galta being able to block. Of course, they could -X, do 1 damage to us and 1 damage to Huntmaster potentially. Oh, okay. Back-to-back Invoke Despairs. Well, that tends to do the trick. Close. Close, but no cigar. 16 Toxic. Wow. And then a copied Invoke Despair is full of despair. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard to top. Sweeper again. We're facing a lot of aggressive stuff, which could be because the season has reset. That's okay. Don't think I need Nahiri nearly as much. It's just a lot of little creatures. I want something that would pack a punch. Carnage turns. Big time. Possibly Tyvar's Stand. They have some stuff that targets, but Invoke Despair, making us sacrifice something. Indestructible doesn't protect against that, or Shieldred's Edict if they have it. Oof. Ugh, that's not so great. Nothing for 2 or 3. Well, I can work with that. Yeah. No. Cross your fingers, Huntmaster lives. Oh, okay, so it doesn't matter too much. We've got that 3rd land. Maybe Hasty Shifting next turn, just so I don't have to worry about Claim the Firstborn as much. But probably will play it safe with Topiaries. Oof. We're getting rid of something. Hopefully it's not back-to-back Thoughtseizes, taking Topiary and shifting Ceratops. Oh, I jinxed myself. Pre-recorded. Well, that's also okay. Rampaging Raptor, gonna hit him. Gonna hit him for 5. Gotta take a small ping, but hey, that's okay. I like that instead. Oh, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is not gonna save you. Have it enter tapped. Just gonna keep up the aggression with Rampaging Raptor here. You know what, I just want to play Topiary instead. I was thinking of paying 3 just to deal 2 more damage. Now let's get that stable ramp. Thin the deck a little bit, even though it is pretty negligible. The chance that we've increased to see something that isn't a land by grabbing a basic out of the library, but it's not nothing. Mono red dinos. Oh, very nice stuff. Oh, it certainly can be. White dinos. Oh. Maybe I'll just do something different tomorrow night. Naya dinos, of course, with Nahiri, Storm and Stone. The game thinking I'm playing a Naya deck. But just feature some of those white dinos. It's been a long time since I've played Naya and Trapjaw Tyrant to boot. Actually, no, we're going to supercharge Rampaging Raptor. I have 6 lands, so I can do its ability twice. If they can't take out Rampaging, they're dead. Almost. We get to take out both goblins, which is also pretty nice. Now, chances are Huntmaster could have attacked in. Maybe they had Fatal Push, but just the fact that they probably wanted to take this out would have been able to deal 1 more point of damage. Naya is nice 5 ways, yeah. Oh. It is hard to build. Definitely. Certainly I could do a live Naya Dino building. Maybe not tonight. Or I do fan suggestion night. Live fan suggestions, like a speed building. Make the deck as quick as possible. Explain it as best as possible. And then jump in. Do some matches in best of 3 with the sideboard and all that stuff. Croak's a little bit painful. Certainly because they escaped it, and we gotta get... that's something. Unfortunately, can't attack with Topiary Stomper. Now, Reflection of Kiki Jiki does have to block if they don't have Fatal Push, which they don't. Good, good. That's how it had to be. They may not attack with Croaksa just because they're at 2. Good. Oof, back-to-back Blood Tithe Harvesters. Where's that Tyrannix Rex? Not Tyrannix Rex. Yeah, just unfortunate we haven't seen it yet. We're getting close, I think. Almost a quarter of the way through the deck. Yeah, Huntmaster it is. Have an extra creature to block some stuff. Certainly I would imagine one of the Huntmasters is going down, or probably the token. Yeah. Yeah, even with 4 Tranix Rexes, lots of big stuff, you might not see them as often as you'd like. Certainly this hand right here. It is some pretty sweet stuff, although the back-to-back Thoughtseizes was pretty painful to begin with. We could top deck something pretty nice coming up. Might have to take a little bit this turn. No more lands. I wouldn't use... Well, sometimes I've used 3 copies of Tranix Rex, but I want to see it as often as possible. There are ways that I could search for Tranix Rex as well. Fierce Empath when it enters the battlefield. It's 2 and a green for a 1/1 Elf Scout. You get to search your library for a creature with mana value 6 or greater. Boom. Search for Carnage Tyrannix Rex. Oh, is that it? Is that it? Blood Tithe Harvester could tap, sacrifice, get rid of Huntmaster, but T-Rex would still continue on through. This might be... Oh, I think I just talked about him enough. He just materialized to the top. Heart of the cards, Heart of the Dino. Exciting. The top deck of top decks. I think I'm going to go for it. Cross your fingers, no fatal push. They can't target Tranix Rex. I gotta sacrifice that. At the very least, Kroxa is going to block. Kroxa and Blood Tithe Harvester, which I take out both. That's okay by me. Down to 1. Oof. We've reset things a little bit. Their graveyard currently sitting at 5. I think... Well, we're not done for yet. They can't escape Kroxa this turn. There is just Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. Oh, I don't like that. They're going to escape Kroxa next turn. I'm going to discard a land. I would take 3, so either way. If I don't have card in hand, I take 3 from Kroxa. If I have a land and a land is discarded, I also take 3, so I might as well just play it and have it down. At least Reflection of Kiki-Jiki can't copy that thing. Oof. That would not be good. Oh boy, another Tranix Rex. No lands, no lands. Oh, it's a land. You can see why I don't like to up it much past 22. Nothing you can do about that. Of course, 22 lands is pretty low for most people, but you still have situations where, well, that's what you get. Almost. It was lovely stuff, though. That was a good top deck. Always a fun time seeing Tranix Rex pop up like that. Also nice just when I'm talking about a specific card. Right as I mention it, boom, it's the next card that I draw. Oh, never gets old. To Crank. What's the Crank got going on? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful hand. Oh my goodness. That's going to do the trick, I think. Double Marauding Raptor, Shelter Thicket, of course. Nice to see. And we've got the Topiary Stomper coming in strong. That hand just got way better. Oh, and Thunderherd Migration. I'm going to play it safe. Hope they don't counter it. Going to reveal Topiary Stomper, which they might save the counter spell for instead. Maybe. We're going to find out here. Could be Dimir Rogues. Maybe not. I feel it's just regular Dimir Control. Dimir Mill. Liliana. Nuts. Hopefully seeing Rampaging Raptor next turn. I'll be able to play that for 4. Hit him for 4. Liliana goes down. Nahiri. I imagine we don't need Nahiri quite so much. But definitely. Rotting for 2. Topiary for 2. Shifting Ceratops going to hit Liliana next turn. We will have to sacrifice something, I would imagine. Certainly going to be the Topiary Stomper, since I am only at 5 lands. I can't attack and block with Topiary. Oh, lovely. Lovely when it happens, Nux, yes. Oh, nuts. I get to sacrifice a thing that I already got the incredible benefit from. If I sacrifice it too, well, that's quite alright by me. Certainly marauding for 2, shifting for 3. I'm still left over with a single green that I can give haste. Hit Liliana. Doesn't seem like anything has paused at the moment, so yeah, we should be alright. Take her down and hope they don't have a second copy in hand. Certainly nice to hit him for 5, but hey, you got to discard a marauding. Nuts. Ugh, I got another. Master? Might as well. Might as well. Of course, I'm just going to hit him for 5. Liliana can only +1, making us discard a card, which we don't have any. So it's not a drawback right now. Ashiok, well, doesn't matter. The tokens that Ashiok makes are part blue, so keep in mind, Shifting Ceratops has protection from blue. We can continue to fly right past, do damage to him, and yeah, that's a dent. Oh, look, we made them discard their own Reckner Bankbuster for just about nothing. Oh, and we got Tyrannix Rex. Good game. That does the trick. Hit him with everything. Love it. Oh. Top decks tonight, even though, yes, 5 ways it was pretty painful to begin with. That's going to happen. It's all but guaranteed if, well, I do this pretty much every night. It can't be all good. Just how it is. But yeah, the top decks, my. But it just keeps happening often, over and over and over again. I get to Tyrannix Rex with 22 lands. Maybe I could go to 23, just increase the chance of seeing 2 or 3 a little bit early on. Definitely, I think 4 extra lands, upping it to 26 is too much. Too much for me. Just increases the chance of flooding even more, and sometimes I still flood even with 22. But do I want to steal stuff? Oh, Carnage Turn, what am I thinking? Nahiri Storm and Stone, this is Dimir Control, sort of regular Dimir Control. Probably not a whole lot of creatures. Tyvar Stand certainly could be something to keep in mind, but again, they've got Liliana of the Veil. Sacrifice something. Tyvar's can't save it. Shielder's Edict, can't save it. Extinction Event, Exile. Exile gets around Indestructible and Hexproof, so a lot of their removal, sacrificing and exiling Tyvar's doesn't do a whole lot. Keep it like that. Yeah. Tyvar's doesn't make sense. Carnage Turns definitely does. Oof. I'm gonna try it. I think it could work, even though there isn't a second source of red currently for Rampaging Raptor. 3 lands, one of them being Castle Garenbrig. Always nice to see. It makes me feel comfortable that down the line I will be able to get to Carnage or Tyrannix Rex, especially because I did bring Carnage Tyrant in. I think I really want to see Castle Garenbrig a little bit. Whoa, Thoughtseize. It's alright. We still bring the pain even when we have to get rid of... Oh, I see. Well, even if Huntmaster goes down, that's not too bad. I still wouldn't be able to play Rampaging Raptor next turn anyways if I don't draw that second source of red. Hey, you know Fatal Push is there. No, Fatal Push Thoughtseize, Fatal Push Thoughtseize. That it doesn't get a whole lot more painful. Oh boy, oh boy. But I did get that second source of red, which is going to be good. Hey, +1 and watch her go down. I'm going to get rid of Galta. It could be a very rough time getting to her. And this is the lovely part about Rampaging Raptor. Oh boy, what am I going to do? That's what it's all about, folks. Take him to 12. Liliana says goodbye. Oof. Rough for the opponent. Set him back a bit. Shieldred, hey, if you want to block Rampaging Raptor, fine by me. I'm just going to attack him. Fire him up, deal 6, play Huntmaster. I like it. If they can't take out Rampaging, it could get a little bit sticky. Certainly nice playing the Huntmaster, so I have something other than... Oh boy. Just keep hitting them. She's got to block now. That they took a hit that they didn't have to take. They could have blocked it the previous turn, and that would have been better, I imagine. Bye-bye. Yes, indeed. Oh. Do they have something for Samet? We're going to test the waters. We'll see if they have a counter spell, removal, Druck. Oh, they have nothing. Boom. And we get a land, and we get to pay 1. Not revealing that I have shifting Ceratops. Oh. Draw a card next turn. Hopefully Samet is still sticking around, but I imagine we got him. We got the crank. They're done for. Look at that. Oof. Oh, wow. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Definitely that Samet, I must say. Maybe I'll increase it to 3. Maybe it's going to be one of my favorite things to draw some cards. Sometimes reduced by Marauding Raptor to a red and green for 2/3 first strike, vigilance, haste. Of course, Marauding pings Samet. They would only have to deal 1 more damage to finish her off temporarily that first turn. But they might have only creatures with 2 toughness. Of course, anything that blocks Samet, she kills him first and still doesn't die because of the first strike. Well, we'll see. A very good game indeed, yes. Definitely. Lots of haste. I definitely liked... I don't know. It's hard to say. Haven't quite made up my mind if I like starting off with Carnage Tyrant or Rampaging Raptor. Certainly you saw how fantastic Rampaging Raptor can be. You don't lose that tempo. You hit them for a bunch of damage. Boom, you take out Liliana. They have Shieldred, so I just keep hitting them with Rampaging. They know I can pump it. I think they took 1 hit again that they didn't have to. They could have blocked Rampaging that first turn, just gotten rid of it. Perhaps they were hoping they would draw removal that very next turn, so they would get to keep Liliana, but I suspect, well, it probably didn't work out. Definitely didn't, because Rampaging Raptor stuck around. Pterosaurus, how's it going? Yes, you joined at the perfect time. A nice win, for sure. A little bit bumpy to start tonight, but hey. Hopefully I bring the pain to Azorius Control. Maybe it's spirits. Well, we'll try for good old Marauding Raptor. Draw out a counterspell, Censor, or Jwari Disruption. Shark Typhoon. Okay, not too bad. They just paid 2 to draw a card. Marauding Raptor is not sticking around still. Okay, they look, they're doing something. 3 to exile it. That's not so bad. Definitely not bad due to the fact that now I get to 4 lands. I get to 5 next turn for Regisaur Alpha. I have a hasty shifting potentially. Soon, I might have Tranix Rex. Yeah. Don't have a lot for Rampaging Raptor. Man, that's just lovely stuff. But shifting, Regisaur, maybe they have a counter spell. They certainly can't counter this. I'm going to give it a go. See what it draws out. Maybe having Topiary and shifting draws out the sweeper next turn that they're holding on to. Perhaps the spell that they foretold could be Saw It Coming, and Saw It Coming does nothing to shifting. Maybe we draw out the Wandering Emperor. Something. Oh, nuts. Jeez, I wish I had other stuff with haste. Oh, get her done. Hit him again and again and again. They better be packing a whole lot of sweepers. Man, that Rampaging Raptor. Putting in the work. Bounce it. Oh, no, they bounced it. Oh, shoot. Goodness. Hit him again. And again and again. Oh, they lose to that. It's not good. That's beautiful, really. Lol, yes, Victor. Victor, hey. There you go. Nahiri? I'm just going to play Nahiri. I want to draw out a counter spell on something other than Regisaur Alpha. Memory Deluge. Okay. Perhaps I could have played Regisaur, but Rampaging Raptor is maybe going to hit. Oh, there we go. There we go. They would have countered Regisaur Alpha. Nahiri, of course, they don't have any creatures often, so the first strike is not doing a whole lot. They are desperate. They have to do something to Rampaging. Oh, look at that. Look at that. But what is this Nahiri? Pterosaurus, yes. Because he just joined. I'll explain it. Nahiri Storm of Stone. 2 and 2 red, effectively. You can choose to pay red or white. As long as it's your turn, so only on your turn, creatures you control have first strike. I've always wanted to try this, but it just means we can be even more aggressive in most situations where otherwise I wouldn't have. An opponent wants to block, double block, take out Carnage Tyrant with 2 creatures that have 3 power, boom. Carnage Tyrant lives in that scenario. Everything lives. We just keep up the aggression. Either they take the damage and die, or their creatures block and their creatures die. But I'm left with my own creatures because of first strike. That's about it. And of course the -X. Nahiri Storm of Stone deals X damage to target tapped creature. That's, again, a little bit of a hoop to jump through, but it should be decent enough. I just love giving first strike to everything. It feels pretty good. First strike, creatures strike first, strike hard, no mercy. But yes, Azorius, so I don't need her. Tyvar stand. Yeah. Same it. Nah. Okay. Yes, everyone first strike on your turn. Every single creature. Attack with all of them. Don't worry about losing Carnage Tyrant to Shieldred with the Death Touch. Anything to Death Touch, done. Yes, definitely. Double strike, lovely stuff. But again, Nahiri Storm and Stone. I use the first one, I remove a creature that's tapped. Maybe I see a second copy as a top deck. The next turn, boom. I take out another creature. It's kind of like sorcery speed removal for a tapped creature, which is, could be pretty good. It's not the end of the world, basically, is what I'm saying, if you see another Nahiri Storm and Stone. It's not completely redundant. Yes, some Death Touch stuff tonight. Oof, it was painful, I must say. We'll start off with Karplusan Forest, though. At least having 2 sources of red with the Karplusan and the Crag Crown. Oh, okay, a mountain as well. Hopefully this doesn't get countered. Oh boy. Oh boy. March of Otherworldly Light. Well, they're getting worried. Scared. They should be. Now the question becomes, do they have a counter spell? They certainly are untapped with 3, so shifting it is. White-based removal on shifting, perhaps. Nothing. Ooh, oh boy, this is looking good. Victor, I'm bringing the pain to the classic Azorius Control. As it often happens. Sometimes, they just get it done, but they might be a little bit far behind now. If they sweep, Rampaging Raptor. If they don't sweep, Shifting Ceratops. Yeah. It's got to be rough. Definitely does feel good, I must say. Starting off with Rampaging Raptor instead of Carnage Tyrant, which I was doing for quite a few nights. A week or two, I think. Sweeping. Oh, nuts. I wish I had more hasty things. Oh, and Regis or Alpha to boot. Just double checking if I dropped Castle Garenbrig, I would still be able to do things. That I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get the job done. They're not going to -3. Oh, they will. Huh. Interesting. Well, they're tapped out, so you know what that means. Regis or Alpha, I'm going to send the token to Teferi just to drop them. Oh, they packed it in. Look at that. Yes, oh, that's good. Rampaging all over control decks, yeah. The immediate scoop when they saw Regisaur. Haste, haste, haste. It's not as aggressive as an actual aggro deck with lots of creatures, 1 and 2. I've faced mono white humans twice tonight, and they did what they're supposed to do. Too much power, too much for me to handle. But this is enough hasty stuff, cheap enough that I get enough down, and it's a little bit too fast for Azorius Control sometimes. Instant concede, yeah. So beautiful, beautiful stuff. They're like, they knew it was over. Again, shifting could have taken out Teferi. The token can also take out Teferi. I felt that was better, just because they were completely tapped out. I knew I could get Regis or Alpha down 100% safe. Send the token to Teferi, boom. They sweep, that's okay. Still left with shifting to hit them for 5. Yeah. Oh. Good redemption from the start of tonight, I must say. Turning it around. Alright, who knows what it's going to be. It would be interesting, I must say, if I do face mono white humans for a 3rd time tonight. I'm going to have to seriously consider something fairly specific for that deck. Still able to hit other things, but something. Yeah. Hand's too slow. If I was on the draw, perhaps got a couple chances to see the 3rd land to play Topiary Stomper, but hey, that hand is better. Much better. Oof. 3 lands. Marauding, shifting, hopefully T-Rex at some point. Oh, we can't play that. What am I thinking? A scary story untold, yes. I struck first. Yeah, struck first. Past tense. I had no mercy there. Oh, that's looking good. I'm going to go with shifting Ceratops. Let's see what happens. This is Elementals, I think. Or 4-color hodgepodge. Really should have played the 2nd source of red. I keep forgetting sometimes about Rampaging Raptor. Yeah. Take out the Tireless Tracker. Just get it gone. Even though I can't play Tyrannix Rex this turn. Hopefully they don't play too much with this Lotus Cobra, though. Oh, back-to-back Lotus Cobras. They're going to have 3 mana after they pop Fabled Passage. 1 for the basic land itself that they grab, and 2 for the Lotus Cobra's ability when the land enters the battlefield. Yeah, we still could do some good stuff, but definitely if I had played Rampaging Raptor turn 3, Shifting Ceratops turn 4, it would have been a touch better. I still think we'll get to Tyrannosaurus Rex at some point, though. Oh, it appears we will. Question is, do I want Rampage? I'm going to go with Rampaging Raptor. Let's keep up that aggression. Those Cobras are maybe not blocking anything. I think that they want to. Oh, they're going to take out Shifting Ceratops, which, boom, trample. I still deal 3 damage. Lovely stuff. Now they have to deal with Rampaging Raptor. They probably can, but if I draw land next turn, it's all over due to Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, well, Yorion's not going to save you. We lose Rampaging, but we still take out Yorion. That's okay. Do a point of damage. 6th land coming up next turn. Cross your fingers. Oh, down to 1. Yikes. Land, you can do it. You can do it. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, Topiary Stomp. Let's get to Tyrannosaurus Rex next turn at the very least. Possibly turning on Topiary Stomper if I draw that 7th land. Oh, escaped the wilds. Still might not do it. 2 lands. Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay, okay. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. They don't have enough power to take it out. Done. Exactly. Trample. 1 damage going through. Ooh, beautiful stuff. Love it. Ooh. But it is very scary potential. Of course, this seems to be 4-color elemental ramp with Omnath, Prosperous Innkeeper. Yeah. We'll just have to hope we go as fast as possible. Taking out those Lotus Cobras especially would be nice. It was very nice that they double blocked. They took out Shifting, but I still connected on through for 3 damage, which did the trick. If I hadn't connected through with Trample, they wouldn't have been dead right here. The Akroan War. I'm thinking the Akroan War could be good, maybe to steal Omnath. Maybe. No. I'm going to keep the Akroan War out. I think I like Nahiri. The first strike on everything. I build up a bunch of bodies. I would lose them. It's in a staring contest, and boom. I drop Nahiri -X to take out some creature that's tapped, and then continue on through with everything having first strike. Nah, not that hand. Oof. I'm going to risk it. Just because there is a ton of stuff for 2 at the very least. Seems like I'll be able to cast Thunderherd Migration. Shifting. I kind of like Rampaging Raptor. I want to try it out at least. Oh, there we go. We got the 2 lands. Still going to be pretty rough, but I will destroy them for you, Cuts. Yes. Storm-Carved Coasts. Good stuff. Good stuff. Storm-Carved Coast is nice. I think my favorite dual land, shock land, I should say, the original art for Stomping Ground, printed in Guildbook over a decade ago, 12, 13 years, whenever we first visited Ravnica. That was fun. Gonna go with Huntmaster. Possibly Shifting Ceratops, hasty next turn. If I get another source of red, probably rampaging, but they don't have a whole lot of interaction, so Huntmaster, don't have to worry about it going down to some answer too much. Just a lot of creatures, a lot of elementals, a lot of ramping. That's what they're going to do right here. Hopefully they don't play another Risen Reef. That's rough stuff. Risen Reef, whenever it or another elemental enters the battlefield, they look at the top card of their library. If it's a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Of course, they've got some fantastic ramp already, and we got to do something quick. Got to have something quick. I say just Thunderhood Migration. Get to enough lands next turn, I could go Thunderherd plus Topiary Stomper, or some mixture of things. Yeah, Sweeper would be nice, I must say. Yeah, we might make some good stuff happen, although Healer of the Glade... Oh, they bounced everything. Yikes. Okay, oh boy, look at all those triggers. We're not dead yet, but... Oh, phew. Okay. Definitely nice seeing Marauding Raptor. Get that shifting, yes. Tranix Rex at some point, which I would expect to see getting pretty close to... No, I'm not going to attack with shifting. Wait till shifting gets a little bit more healthy with Fortile. I forgot about Yorion. I was so focused on their little stuff. Nuts. I'll probably do it. But we'll wait and see a sec. Okay, we got an Omnath, Locus of Creation. That's also painful. Life and lands and life and drawing a card and yikes. Okay. I'm not coming back from that. Too far gone. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. They don't tap a whole lot of stuff, so perhaps Nahiri, maybe not the best. I won't have too many chances to use her -X, taking out a tapped creature, but still, I want to keep up with that first strike. They could have lots of little creatures that they might want to double block to take out something fairly big. However, seems like a lovely hand. We got the turn 2 Thunderherd, turn 3 Topiary Stomper, possibly Rampaging Raptor if I wanted to grab another mountain. I'll stick with a source of green though. I want to play it safe just because, of course, Tranix Rex, 3 green, shifting 2. Green is more important at the moment, I think. Yeah. Now let's get that second red. We got enough green at this point. Hopefully hasty shifting next turn, though. Actually, you know what? Let's just go Rampaging Raptor. They're not going to block with Omnath. That's okay. Perhaps Omnath, they attack with it. Hopefully no Fabled Passage. Nuts. That's bad stuff. Bad stuff is about to drop. It could be... whatchamacallit? Ultimatum. Probably. Okay, well, just Anissa. Yikes. We can make it work. I could take out their Ketria Triumph with Nahiri next turn and still attack in with Rampaging Raptor. Although another Fabled Passage is probably going to do us in. Alright, good night, Nox. Hopefully all is well. Yes. Have some good sleep. Wish me luck, even though things are getting away from me this game. Yeah. That's going to do it. Not recovering from that. Doesn't matter what I draw. Of course, 4-color Elemental, Omnath, Ramp, whatever you want to classify it as. It gets pretty explosive in multiple turns. Yeah, it is good. It's pretty fantastic in Modern, I hear, and also pretty painful in Pioneer. Worse than Modern, though. Yeah. Alright, at least one more. We'll see how long it takes. Perhaps it is another Azorius Control, which would definitely be lovely. Hopefully it's as fast as the previous one, though. I can make that work, yeah. 2 lands, Thunderherd Migration, Topiary, tons of ramp. That's where it's at. Eventually. That is nice. We didn't see the turn 1 Thoughtseize. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay. Alright, if you know they're going to do something, there's not a whole lot they can flash in for a blank. Play at instant speed. Dimir Rogues once again. Unfortunate losing the Shifting Ceratops, but I think we have enough lands right here, as long as there's no Thoughtseize, and we get to go Thunderherd Migration coming up. Although perhaps they won't get rid of Thunderherd. Oftentimes they don't. To get rid of something bigger, and I still think Thunderherd Migration is the better thing to choose in this particular moment. We can make it work. We're only at 4 cards in the graveyard, so still a decent ways away from having 8. That Thieves Guild Enforcer getting a little bit more painful, having Death Touch. But perhaps this is the match that also Nahiri Storm and Stone is going to be pretty lovely. I might just play her next turn, take out the Thieves Guild Enforcer or the Fairy Mastermind, because it is flying, and 2, that damage really does add up. I'll probably Topiary's Stomper. What am I thinking? I want to get that ramp. I want to get to Regisaur and get to Tyrannix Rex. And hope they don't have a counter spell. Phew. Oh, good. That Topiary Stomper entered pretty much immediately, so I don't think they have a whole lot in their hand that can stop a creature. Probably nothing. Vassal Garenbrig next turn would get us to Tyrannix Rex. At the very least, Regisaur Alpha possibly. We'll get to 7 lands if I draw one and play Topiary Stomper. That would be good, actually. Just turn them both on. Have a lovely 4/4 Vigilance. Maybe watch this one go down. They're checking if I can attack and block with it, which is not the case. Ah. Interesting. Samus. Very nice to see, but you know what? Nahiri. Let's do Nahiri. See what they have in their hand. If they finally got something that can counter a spell. Maybe. It is nice. I only have to do -X though. Oh, beautiful. That should work out. perhaps Nahiri is going to draw some aggression from the Thieves Guild Enforcer, and they might make themselves kind of open. Oh, okay, I'll draw a card. That's fine by me. They also draw a little bit, but hey, I get to play Sheltered Thicket for the turn. There you go. I'll be at 7 lands coming up. Topiary Stomper plus Samet, potentially. Would like to go with 2 things with haste, but I think if they're mostly tapped out, I might just try Samet. First strike, of course, boom. Deals lovely with the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Even if we have 8 cards in the graveyard, Thieves Guild is only buffed to 2 toughness. So Samet would trade quite nicely with it. Thieves Guild attacks. Nahiri would take Thieves Guild out, possibly. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, maybe they can attack with that. Or I just play Tyrannox Rex next turn with the 7th land that I draw. Maybe they take Nahiri down to 1 with the 3 power from Hive of the Eye Tyrant and the 1. Okay, that's what they're doing. That's okay. I lose Nahiri next turn, but I take out the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Actually, I don't. Okay. I figured they want to almost take her out. They exile a card from our graveyard, which is certainly lovely stuff. I can get behind that. Boom. Everything first strike. Look at that. Doesn't matter if the Thieves Guild had Death Touch. I think we're in a pretty good position here. Oh, done. Lights out. I mean, I did like Nahiri, but it seems to have a good enough creatures anyways. Don't really need to use the -X. Boom, yes. Oh, I forgot the boom. Okay. I'm going to trim it. Minus 10. Let's go. There could be something that kind of does what Nahiri does, giving first strike to creatures, packaging up some lovely stuff. First strike to everybody on our turn. Also, removal sometimes if a creature is tapped. Yeah. But I must say, the first strike, it's lovely. And Nahiri Storm of Stone, whatever she's called. She is an uncommon, so it's not hard on the wildcard budget. Hopefully they let this happen. Maybe. Okay, good stuff. Just a Soaring Thought Thief. That could get problematic. Powering up all their rogues if we have 8 cards in our graveyard. We won't get there this turn at least. Oh yes, absolutely. Thoughtseize. Hopefully they don't have 2. Or they have a Fatal Push for Marauding that we're about to play here. Of course, we'll test the waters with Huntmaster, Marauding. Hopefully both are sticking around, and hopefully next turn I draw something that isn't a land. Where's that Fatal Push? On Marauding. They were waiting until it landed and using it on it. Oh, they're bouncing it. That's still okay. At least I have it. Okay, now I don't have it. Yeah, they took another 2. Lost 2 life. We're at 7. Very nice indeed. Hopefully they can't mill anymore. Nuts. Where's a creature when you need it? I won't swing with Huntmaster. They could have that. Which still, Fairy Mastermind might not have blocked Huntmaster, but I may need that haste coming up. Tyrannox Rex, where are you at? Oh goodness. Well, that's probably it. You just draw lands. The flood. The flood is real. When do we start playing Halo? I don't know. I know the flood though. I loved the Halo games. Played Halo 2. I started with Halo 2. Played a lot of 3 and... Hey, they got exactly lethal with Shieldred as I got last night. Revenge. Really nothing you could do about that. But seeing Shieldred, well, we'll bring in the Acrone War. Yeah, well, let's do it. Trim Rampaging Raptor, of course, the haste, the trample. Often lovely stuff, but Rampaging Raptor definitely goes down quite a bit. It could be countered, targeted quite easily. At least shifting is a little bit more durable and hard to deal with. And the Acrone War to steal Shieldred. Yes, please. Yeah. I was almost thinking of keeping Tyrannix Rex, but gotta send something to the bottom, and makes sense to play it the safest with all of this stuff. Maybe I should play Halo some night. At the very least, I still get to go with something next turn. It's going to be Thunderherd Migration if they know what's good for them. Okay. Go with Karplusan Forest. I won't play Crag Crowned Pathway or Timber Crowned Pathway until I absolutely have to. Just so potentially I don't mess up. Choosing it to be red or gray. Oh, we've got the Acrone War. We don't have Rampaging Raptor, so we don't need as many sources of red. And hopefully Marauding isn't dead. And we draw a Force Land. Ooh. Ouch. Hey, go for the throat is pretty good on Marauding. And we got the Fourth Land. Lovely stuff. We're getting there. Oh boy, play Shieldred this turn. Do it. They only have one source of black, so perhaps they're kept off Shieldred. Or... Okay. We'll just play the waiting game, I guess. Interesting. Flooded with Acrone Wars. Oh, phew. Okay. We'll reveal the dinosaur, of course. Reducer Alpha already revealed. This could be the ticket. Getting us to 5, hopefully. Beautiful. Okay. Feels pretty nice. Fairy Mastermind. Yeah, that's a decent bit of aggression. 3 at the moment each turn. Shieldred. Do it. Ouch, 5. Not fun. Oh my goodness. Look what just dropped, and look what I'm about to do once again. Yoink. Hopefully that buys us time. Hopefully they don't have another one. Oof. I was crossing my fingers. I was like, get to a second source of black. Do it. Steal the Fairy Mastermind next turn, perhaps. Oh, they're gonna kill it. Okay. Well. Would be dead next turn. I've got to do something. Shifting Ceratops could block the Fairy Mastermind. They could flash in another Soaring Thought Thief. If I take the Soaring Thought Thief, Fairy Mastermind's power goes down, and any other rogue that they flash in. Of course, Shifting Ceratops could go down to removal, and then we'd still be dead anyways. I'm going to try for another Acrone War. Okay. Here goes nothing. Hopefully with this Siphon Insight, they don't get some creature that has haste. Oh boy. Shifting Ceratops, which does not have haste. That's okay. It's okay. Kills itself. Alright. I like it. Now the question becomes, shifting to trade with shifting? Shifting would take itself out. Huntmaster and shifting. I like that. Get some bodies. Man, this is wacky. Make them mill some stuff. Oof, and we hit them for an extra 2. Okay, at least they don't have a source of green. They can't give shifting trample. They would have had exactly lethal right there. Oh, getting rid of Regis or Alpha, sadly. Yeah, that basically does it there. We will turn on Topiary Stomper at least. I just hope they don't do anything too painful next turn. Yikes. I must say, weird. At least I was able to steal Shieldred, but doesn't seem like it was enough. Flashing in another Soaring Thought Thief would be exactly lethal. Good, good. Or Shieldred. And the flood continues. No way around it. Even though I pull out a bunch of lands from the library, decreasing the chance that the next stuff would be a land, you still see them. Must be Halo Infinite. An infinite, what sort of feels like an infinite amount of flood. Yeah. Man, it was always nice fighting the flood, I must say. Brings back fond memories. Back in high school, I would play at lunchtime. Steal a TV from some random room and hook up an Xbox. Off to the races. Alright. Leave it there for tonight. Unfortunately, couldn't end on a positive note. Flooded quite a bit as it happens. Definitely not going down to 20 lands. Yeah. That's alright though. I had a good time. Hopefully you guys had a good time. 5 Ways, Victor, Pterosaurus, Nox, if you're watching later on, Cut. Lots of people. Yeah. Have a good rest of your time zone. Whenever it is, wherever it is you are watching. If you're watching later on, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the notifications, and definitely the Discord. I usually always post when I'm going to go live, if I'm going to be late, the link to the stream. Share the Discord if you guys know anybody else interested in it, or share this stream as well. And take a bite out of that like button too. Alright, peace. Have a good one.